Are you looking for love? Are you looking to be married? You want a boo thing, you want a man, but right now you just can't find him and you live in a single life. Well, this episode is for you. Let's talk about it.
Hey, welcome to the Then Comes Love podcast. We're the Butlers. We're here with you today, January
Yes.
something,
Yeah.
and we are talking about love. But not just love, though, because we understand that this is a marriage podcast, right? And we've just got some feedback that not everybody who watches us
Is married.
Is married.
Yeah, we've been talking a lot about, being booed up, married and all that. But there are some people who
Yeah.
are not quite there yet.
but
And-
want to be.
yeah.
And we ain't trying to make you feel bad because you ain't got
Yeah,
nobody.
no. They're living their best life.
Sure.
And maybe some of them are just feeling a little lonely or whatever. I mean, but we wanna talk to all of our friends. This
Yes.
is not just a marriage podcast. This is married,
Yeah.
dating, single. We talk about life. We talk
Hey,
about everything.
And also, too, if you're single, you got a clean slate. You can
Learn from our
You know
mistakes.
what not to do and what you need to do.
Yeah,
to make
learn
this
from our
thing
mistakes.
work. Yes,
Yeah.
no matter how old you are, if you're 20-something, 30-something, 40-something, 50-something, 60-something, and 70-something, if you want to get married, hey.
That's
this
like
is an episode
that's
for
like
you.
our son Soren said. I learned, I let Jayden, my oldest, make all the mistakes, and Kai, he did his thing. He said, and I just learned from the two of them. So just take this time to learn from all your friends who are married and dating, and learn what not to do. So let's talk about it.
Okay.
We're gonna get right into it. So as females, we all want to be married. We all want to have our partner. We all want to find the one. And I think it's important for us to understand that you don't find the one. They are built. A lot of people say, you got such a good husband. Wendell does this and Wendell does that, which I do. I agree. I have a very incredible husband. And there's some great men out there. But let me tell you, ladies, this man, he was not this when we were dating. He did not become this overnight. This took a lot of training, okay? It took a lot of training. I had to teach him, what not to listen. I think I might have told y'all this already. He didn't know how to dress. He used to wear this green.
Don't do that. Don't
He
play
used to
me
wear
like
this
this in front of,
green
all of these people.
fungus suit that he would put on with the green suede. And I ain't talking about a nice green. I'm talking about hunter green.
Hey, chill out.
Okay?
At the time, a couple of people had green suits. Don't do that.
It was ugly. But anyway, so I'm just letting you know, ladies, we all have this checklist about all of these things that we want. But the one isn't found. They are built.
Yeah.
Okay?
So I hear you. So you're saying you built me.
Yes, I had to train.
That's what you're saying.
Yes, I had to train you to be this guy.
So question. You ain't the person I married either, sister. So you say I built you too, then, huh?
No,
Because you didn't learn right away that.
and I still don't.
I
I say what I need to say.
You come a long way.
I
You
say
come a
what I
long
wanna
way.
say.
You come a long way.
I
The Lord
say
has
what I-
done Him work.
Well, that ain't got nothing to do with you. That's just maturity.
Okay. Oh, so you've matured since we got married.
Yes.
What you saying?
Yes, and I'm glad that you brought that word up, mature, because, and I know you were trying to be funny.
No.
But I'm gonna go here for a second. Do you know that we come with this list of things that we want in a man? I want him to take charge.
I want him to, even the silly stuff. I want him to be 6 feet tall.
Yeah,
I want him to make $120,000.
Okay. He might not be making
What he
$60,000.
want you for? He got all that.
Yeah, stop it. I mean, you got to let the man grow. But what I was gonna say is, a lot of times we write down that list and we don't know what we want. We don't realize who we are until after we're married.
Sure. And also to piggyback off of that, a lot of times we don't know what we need. We know
True
what we
that.
want,
That's
but we don't
true.
know what's best for us.
What's
Prime
yeah.
example.
Yeah,
You
same thing.
you would always pray that your husband would be this gifted artist that
He
could
need to be a
sing
singer,
and do all these
musician,
things.
something.
And you had a list too, right?
I did.
And out of all those checks, how many of
I
those?
ain't getting near not one. Near not one. And that's why I said, you don't realize what you need until you get married.
Yeah.
You don't really, well, I won't say what you need, but you also don't know yourself really well. And let me explain that. So we say I want a man who's going to take charge. But the moment he start getting controlling, and you realize, wait a minute, I ain't want that. You really get to reel in on what you want. I watch Married at First Sight a lot. And they say it all the time. They have this list of all these things what they want, but then when they get them, and they're like, "Well, I don't like the," but that's what you asked for. So, but you don't realize it. You learn more about yourself. I think Wendell teaches me a lot about myself.
Oh,
Being married, they say, is like looking in the mirror. So if there's something about your spouse that gets under your skin, there's something about you that you were seeing. And so I think just
So what about me?
don't go there. Anyway,
Wanted to know what the Lord done showed you about
well,
yourself.
right now it's
and me.
right now it's kind of hard to say because
You've been together too long. We're like twins now, huh?
Yeah. I mean,
Yeah.
we've become so intertwined that there ain't much, that I don't like about you. I think I love everything
Come on,
about
girl.
you.
Podcast over. Hit the button.
Okay.
Hit the
So
button.
that's what I would say. It's very important to know that the one is not found; they are built. And don't think that you're going to get somebody who is going to, like, you set all these expectations, like they got to chase me and they got to do this. You could be missing out on what God has for you because of that dang on list. But I will say, like when we were dating, one of the things if you've been following us from the beginning, I've already shared this, but if Wendell's not what I wanted, as he said. I wanted a musician. I wanted a thug. I needed somebody who was going to throw me around and, take just
Throw you around.
throw me around and just tell me to shut up, girl. And I'm like, ooh,
That's what you wanted?
I thought I did, but now I realize that's not what
Cause I've done that before,
and I ain't like
it. Didn't go well. So
I
I'm
ain't like
trying
it. So I'm saying that's what I wanted.
I can work on that if that's what you want me to do.
No, you are perfect, baby.
okay.
You are perfect for me. Seriously, you really are perfect
Wow.
for me. But one day, I remember sitting at the edge of my bed just praying, and this is after Wendell had already kind of got out that the Lord told him I was going to be his wife and all that stuff. But even still, you got to know the word and hear the Lord for yourself. Don't go off of everybody who says.
I know a girl who had like 4 or 5 guys said the Lord said they're supposed to marry
didn't
her.
marry none of
Somebody lying somewhere.
Okay, so
I don't
pause.
know.
So pause on that. So I was gonna say I sat down with the Lord and I was like, all right, if this is the God that you have for me, then you're gonna have to change my heart because He ain't what I want. He won't ugly. I didn't
Never.
think he was, I didn't
I
think
don't
you were
care.
ugly, but you just won't. You just won't.
Whatever, yo.
I needed you to rough me around and
We were children. Nobody roughing you around. What are we talking about here?
I know, but I wanted a thug.
My goodness, rough you around.
Anyway, but I remember just praying that prayer, Lord, if this is a guy you have for me, then change my heart. And a couple of years later, He did.
Transformers. Changed that thing, didn't He?
But yes.
Now she won't get off me. Now she won't get off me.
You doggone right about that.
Give me some space. Now she
No, you are my man.
all up on me. All up on me.
I
But
sure am.
I'll say this: we are not experts on being single. I don't know nothing about being single. For real, for real.
We can,
I mean, we have we have friends, but we don't know. That's all we know is each other. But you know who does know a little something about you being single? It's the Word of God. And I know for a fact, and I think it's in 1 Corinthians, it talks about what single people should need to be doing while they wait for their one to come. Like, some people are single and they choose to be single, but other people are single, they don't want to be single. So what does God say? I know that it says that if you were single, you need to be operating in the area of your calling. Whatever that is, whatever God's called you to. If you're a female and you want to be married, well, then you need to find out what your calling is and operate in that area of call. If you're a male and you want to be married, I know a lot of people say, well, a man find a wife, find a good thing. Yes, But it's not that kind of find where he's searching and looking. It's when that man is operating in the area of his call and he is serving God. And then in that he finds, it's almost like, hey, I found $20 on the floor. You weren't looking for the $20, but you find it. Oh, $20. I can't. Same thing. When you operate in your area of call that you're called in, you will stumble upon something precious and something valuable. And that's when they talk about when a man finds a wife, he finds a good thing. So when you find God and his purpose and his will for your life, that's when you find the one, that helpmate to help you do what you.
So you're basically saying that your attention can't be so much on finding the one,
right,
but finding the one.
Right. Because if your intentions are on finding some man and finding some woman, the enemy will just throw you something that you like. Because he knows how to study you. He knows what you like because he's been studying you for years. And so if you just concentrating on finding a man or concentrating on finding a woman, there's plenty of fine looking devils out there for you. Here you go. And then if you know what happens if you find that. Yeah, so concentrate on him and his purpose for you. And I guarantee you will find that one.
That's very interesting.
And even if it takes 4 or 5 years, if you're content in what God's called you to, 4 or 5 years don't seem that long when you're operating in the area God's called you to, because you're not dying for no man or dying for no woman. You're content where you're at, but God will still give you what you're looking for.
In dating, I think in dating, as from a female perspective, or maybe for just in guys in general, for people in general, you have the dating anxiety of, oh, I want to. What if I don't find the one? What if I don't find the right one? And when you're married. And you get married and you realize it's not the one, and you're like,
did I find the right one?
Correct. And so I would rather figure that out in the dating phase and versus trying to then accepting anybody who comes and then realizing, wait a minute, this is not the one. This is not the one. When you get married, because God does give us free will. Yeah. So it's, like you said, the enemy can throw anybody in your path. And if you're not, and we talked about this in our other episode, if you're not connected to God, you could miss, who God has for you because you just taking the first Jim and Joe that come your way.
And most people do take those Jim and Joes. And now you find yourself, you're married to someone who they're iffy, Think about God. God may not have intended that person for you, but he can take your plan B and make it his plan A and make it work all together. So when you look back, you're like, man, I couldn't see who I could be with anybody else but this person.
Now let me say something. That won't mean that you won't go through hell to get there.
Oh yeah.
Because
I fast forward a lot.
yeah, you sure did. Because God's best is our best, but is the best. But when we choose to, go outside of what he wants for us, okay, that's fine, but you might go through a little bit of hell before you get to that part that you're talking about.
Yeah. So again, this podcast is talking about our single people. We definitely need to get and find out what God has called us to. What is our purpose? How can I operate in that? We seek him, seek his will, seek what he has for us. In the middle of all that, if you don't get anybody, I guarantee you're going to be fulfilled and content serving him in that area. We're not trying to find our call to find somebody. We're trying to operate. Why did God create us? What is my purpose? And in that, you find your spouse.
Yes,
that's what
life is not about us. So I'm gonna throw you a curveball.
Come on. Okay. Play baseball. Let's go.
So we're talking about being content, being single, and if we have our relationship with the Lord and serving our purpose, then we'll be fulfilled in that. But what about sexual fulfillment?
With what, single people?
Let's talk about that.
I mean,
and I'm gonna be honest with you. When we were dating, we didn't have all of this stuff to watch for us to be tempted with anything. I'm gonna be honest with you. I guess I'm saying it as a married person. That would be kind of difficult. I'm not gonna say that it's gonna be easy because there's stuff on TV that you see. All of that kind of stuff but I have single friends who tell me all the time that they're not even sexually, like they're good. They're
These
good.
Females. Okay, yeah.
And they're good because, they're focused. They got their focus and they're, on the Lord. But let's talk about
Yeah, I don't know too many guys.
Let's talk about the men.
I don't know too many guys. I ain't hearing that from guys. Saved or unsaved, they all struggle to some extent with that. Most men want that. Like I saw, and I don't want to put them out there, but we were in church today. We saw a couple. I'm not going to name them. A young couple that reminded us of ourselves. And I'm thinking, oh, this is a good couple. The serving God, that love God, nice young couple. But he still, I mean, let's be honest here. There's still to be boundaries set because he's not perfect. He's still, he would like it, but he understands it's a sin. So it's like, yeah, it's something that we're aware of. It is a lot of us might need help in that area, because it is a hard thing for a man.
So what would you say to a man who is single? How do they do that? How do they manage the sexual desires when they're trying to do the right thing? They're trying to do the things of God, but look, they got needs.
Yeah. Well,
And you think God doesn't know that?
What do you say? Put some cold water in your hand. What I can tell you. But no, seriously. I mean, at this point, any man, and it's so easier said than done. I remember what it was like being single, but it's like the accountability thing. You need to have somebody in your corner that can speak to you and her. Number one. Number two, is she worth it? Is she really like the one? Is she really somebody that you can see yourself? I'm talking to a mature man who wants to have a woman of God. I ain't talking about some guy who just is this girl really it? Because if you're not, don't waste your time, because you could easily fall if you just decide to go with some girl just because you're not just dating just to date. You got a purpose, you got a plan, and so
I think that accountability is
accountability is key, and no, that's basically that is.
And let me just give a blanket statement right now. If you are dating, whether female or male, you are worth waiting for. Let there be some element of surprise. I mean, don't just give yourself to anybody. I mean, just like let there be something, because if you, especially for the ladies, if you just gonna give it up to him, I mean, he ain't gotta marry you. It's just, thankfully, our story. I mean, I have a really good guy, that we did have sex before marriage, and I will say to you, okay. On our honeymoon, we talked about this today. On our honeymoon, we were bored to death. We did everything. There was no element of surprise. The only thing we didn't do was take a shower together. Sorry, babe.
Just tell all the business.
Yeah, we keeps it real on Then Comes Love. The only thing we didn't do was take a shower together.
That wasn't even all that because you was pregnant.
Exactly.
And I'm tall and you short.
And I had this fantasy of what,
uncomfortable.
I had this fantasy of what it was going to be like to take a shower with you, and it wasn't nothing like that. And so I think I leave some element of surprise. Don't give yourself away. And I'm not just talking about to females. Guys too, just stop letting your thing be all loosey goosey everywhere. I mean, but I guess for loosey goosey, yes. But I guess for men, they want to be loosey goosey. Not if you
I mean, it's just a tough area for us for a lot of guys that I know. But hey,
is it okay for the man to masturbate if they're trying to live right? But is it okay for them to masturbate?
I'm gonna say no, because here's the thing. You're in the middle of doing the thing. I ain't gonna do the hand gestures. That'd be inappropriate. Don't think about pink elephants. Pink elephants. Did you think about a pink elephant?
No, I didn't.
You can't picture a pink elephant?
Yeah, I can think about a pink elephant.
I guess what I'm trying to say is anything can pop in your mind. Anybody can say anything and say anything, and you can't control what pops in your mind when you do that. And next thing you know, you doing I don't know who the celebrity is these days.
Oh, okay. I get what you're
trying. Help me explain if I ain't explaining it right.
No, go ahead.
But I'm just saying, like,
you can name a name.
Let me explain where I'm coming from, in case I'm confusing. We were doing a marriage panel one time, and that question came about: is it okay for a husband to do that? As long as and one person said, "Well, it's okay if you're thinking about your wife," and I'm like, "No, it ain't okay, because if you're doing that, your mind, Nidra could transform into Miss America or the neighbor's wife or somebody else crazy. And the next thing you know, you fixating on her. And now you don't need to do it because it only satisfies one person as you. It's selfish. And it has nothing to do with your partner. It has nothing. You're not connecting with anybody. No. I'm going to say no.
Do you see why I love him?
Huh?
You see why I love
I'm
him?
just saying. I'm just saying.
That, do you know how you said it's selfish?
Well, for sure.
Yeah, I love that you
Yeah.
said that.
Yeah.
It's
My
selfish.
goal is, for me, my goal is to have you climbing the walls like Spider-Man. That's my goal.
Yes, let
That's
me
that.
climb.
If I'm good and you ain't, I ain't good. For me,
I love that.
so if I'm just doing that and you ain't there, that is just, I'm being as selfish as I possibly can. I'm not thinking about I'm not pleasing nobody but me and my flesh. And the flesh is a powerful thing. That's the thing with most of us men. We struggle with our flesh. Our flesh is it tells us what to do, and we see something, we lose our mind. So one of the areas as a man, we pray that God give us control over our flesh, because
And maybe you need to fast.
and no, not be fast. Fast is a difference.
Yes, pray and fast is what I'm getting at. Because you do want to, the truth is, if you're not a believer in this might,
Oh, this is probably shoot.
And honestly, I don't know how people do it without God, because I just
I don't.
you feel like you're just walking blind. But if you're a believer, one of the things that there needs to be more of a fear of the Lord, and maybe that's just me. I'll be so scared that Jesus is coming back in the middle of me doing something, like really. So there needs to be more of a fear. But I would just say, this is it's definitely hard. It's not easy dating, but I would just set those boundaries. As whether you're single and dating somebody or not dating, set boundaries, because I think if we're not careful in sin, and I'll speak for myself. It wasn't like I said I want to have this affair one day. There were boundaries that were crossed, that I was like, oh, this is okay, and then before you knew it, I was so far that I didn't even recognize myself. And so it's important that that you create those boundaries, are there for a reason, to protect you. And so if you feel that conviction about doing things sexually to satisfy your own desires, you need to pay attention to that, because it can lead you down a path that you may not want to go down. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. So I think, anything else you want to say about that, Bay?
No, it's a tough one. It's hard. Matter of fact, the word of God realizes that it's hard. That's why I tell you, just go and get married. You should marry, but you can't control yourself. So go and get married anyway.
Yeah. But hopefully you marry the one that you know that God has
Don't marry nobody crazy.
Purpose for you to marry. And so we hope this has helped you, for all of our dating, our single people. We've been thinking about you. It's not just about married people and parents and people who have kids, whatever. We know
we care about y'all too.
Yes, I was going to say
we want y'all to win as well.
Yeah. So anyway, that's it for this episode. We hope that you'll continue to subscribe, share,
subscribe,
and we'll see you on the next episode of the Then Comes Love podcast. Holla.